All right, so let me come down here. We just got to the property. It's been raining like crazy all week long, so we noticed the drainage is running pretty good. Still have a few spots where it's pooling, but we're gonna go ahead and take a walk and just see how it's doing. We have Bella in her little baby carrier, puppy carrier, so let's go explore.
Last year, this is where we had the problem with the soft spot in the driveway. We had that repaired. The water seems to be flowing really good. You see it running there through the culvert and running on down the property there. So I think it's doing what we had anticipated it to do. Last year, we cleaned these ditches out with the tractor to make sure to accommodate the rain and keep from washing out the road. Looks like it's doing its job, even though the ditches need cleaned out again. Lots of grass and things growing in it, so it definitely needs to be groomed again, but it's doing what we'd planned on it doing.
So we have this low spot down in the front. You can kind of see the cabin through there a little bit. And there's a culvert that was here before we bought the place. And it kind of works. You can see it going through the other side, but definitely needs cleaned out and have some loving.
As you can see, the rains were quite heavy and the waters rose quite significantly. However, if I step out of the ditch, it's fine. This is on the new property. This is the entrance. We haven't put the culvert in yet for the road here, and then we have another spot up here that's going to need a culvert. So we just wandered over to check it out, see how it's doing.
So we're on the driveway to the new lot. Mother Nature is helping us dig the hole to put the culvert in, so that was nice. Mother Nature's good like that.
We're probably going to have to do this culvert sooner than later.
Yeah, looks like it. It's pretty deep. Having the water pooling sure helps you see the uneven parts, doesn't it?
Yep.
You have so much work to do.
Yep. Never ending list.
Don't fall in. It's a lot of tracks. Just a man and his dog. Bella, hi. We slept and woke up this morning and everything is dry. So we are going to try and sand again and get our third coat on before we leave.
And it's always a good day when you wake up in the morning.
You can wake up in the afternoon, wake up in the evening.
Or just waking up at all is a good day.
Wake up. Waking up is always good.
So another exciting day of drywall.
I kind of feel like you're stalling at this point.
I really don't want to do this again, but...
He was pretty sore last night from doing all the sanding and...
But yeah,
not all the sanding, the high.
We got, if we sand, then we got to mud one more time and then a final sand. And then shoot some bubbles on the wall. Shoot some texture on the wall.
Yeah. All right.
Make all the smooth rough. Well, we're making it all smooth and then we're going to make it rough.
Well, the goal is to make it smooth, but I don't know.
When we make it rough to cover the not smooth.
He's struggling.
I'm struggling. I'm procrastinating and I'm not awake. All right.
Okay, go fire up the generator. Let's rock.
So we're gradually working on our drainage on the property. We have several spots which still retain water. Every time it rains, we work on those to get them to drain better. We've added a culvert under the driveway, which has helped out considerably. Now it's just making channels so that the water can flow downhill and through the culvert on its own. This is going to be an ongoing process that will probably take us several years actually to complete. So it's been a while since we put deer corn in our deer feeders. So we do have some deer corn this time to go put in the feeders so that our little deer friends are happy. Once we got there and checked out the feeder, we found that the feeder was totally empty and we still had fresh tracks around the feeder. So I'm sure we were getting cussed out by the little deer that come there on a daily basis to eat some corn. So we made them happy, topped off the feeder, and played in the mud a little bit on the side-by-side.
Poor babies need food. Oh yeah, empty. They're still coming and looking for it because these are all fresh tracks.
They must have heard us filling up the feeder because the next morning we had tons of deer and hogs at the feeder eating up some corn.
Maybe they just knew hunting season was over.
That's true. That's probably it.
So we're at the very edge of our property line. Is that south, north? On this side. And it drops down right here. So we're just checking it out to see if there's water in our wet weather creek.
That's it.
Having a nice walk.
Yep, just a nice Sunday afternoon.
Beautiful.
In the woods.
In the woods.
Blue skies.
I think you just showed them the ground, but I could be wrong. Go that way. Come towards you. Come towards you. No. Come towards you.
Babe.
What?
If we see ourselves right here, that means the camera is taken from this way.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So. Wait, what'd you say?
Nothing.
I didn't hear you.
I didn't say anything.
Did you guys hear that? Did you hear that?
No.
Oh.
No.
Thanks.
So eventually, to use this trail, we'll need to put in a little bridge because it gets pretty steep right here. And you can see we have a little creek now. It's just a wet weather creek. Big, beautiful hardwoods deep back in there. It's a super pretty part of the property. And then it goes back up, and then at the end it drops back down again into another creek. Cameron didn't make it up this weekend, so we stopped by his place to check on it. He's got some drainage issues too, so Sean is kind of trenching a place where the water will run off. Such a good dad.
This will let his driveway dry out before he comes back out here, but we definitely need to put a culvert in right here. Or he needs to put a culvert in. All right, everybody, another successful weekend at our ranch, I think. What do you think, Tony?
I think it's been a huge success. We've got the third coat of mud on, so all we have left to do is to come back and sand.
Yeah, one final sand, and then we need to go through with like a foam sanding block and clean up any corners or areas like that, and a wet sponge, and then wipe the walls down. And we're going back and forth. We've seen some people that say we should prime the wall before we put the mud on.
Before we texture.
Before we texture, sorry. And some say that we should texture and then prime. So tell us what you think or what your experience says on that. That'd be great.
Yeah, we'd love to hear back from you.
So if you like our content or you like our video, please smash that like button and subscribe. And as always, go have an adventure of your own.